My name is Tyler Colbourne, and I work with the Dartmouth Learning Network as their Community Learning Programs Coordinator. And I manage the volunteers who are in the community with our learners for 2 hours a week, teaching them the Adult Learning Program, or GED. And I knew that the Practitioner Training Program was something that we offered in partnership with Literacy Nova Scotia to our tutors and people who volunteer with that program. And so I was oftentimes telling new tutors that I was onboarding, you should take this really great program, it's really, really wonderful. And so one day the executive director, my boss, was like, well, maybe you should take the program. I was like, well, that's probably a good idea. So that was what got me in the door. And then when I started doing the modules, I realized that it was kind of exactly what I wanted to be able to communicate to my volunteers. So I started because I had to, and then I really kept up with it and just was really become engaged in it because it just seemed so useful. It's such a great resource and tool, especially when it comes to sort of the collective knowledge that people need about some of the barriers that our learners face. And some of the challenges to adult learning. Using an online module was something I haven't done in a really long time, so that was great. One thing that I've found incredibly useful is the resources that are provided in the modules. So I don't know if it's a particular skill, but I've often been stealing the resources that have been provided, whether it's an article or a PDF that's been found online from the other practitioners, or if it's from Brenda or Marie, and sharing them with our other volunteers who aren't engaged in the program. There's a really great one on resistance and learner resistance. So adult learners who don't want to do a particular activity, while on the outside could look like they're not interested or they're not engaging because they're just bored, when really it comes back to stress or a learning disability or barrier. And I found that was a great resource I've shared probably 3 or 4 times with my volunteers. So I think not so much new skills, I just really been able to lean on the resources provided in the modules for our volunteers. It's been a huge help for the volunteers that we have now, in again, giving them that knowledge that they need to have to better engage with the learners. A lot of our tutors and mentors aren't in the same position, or I guess maybe don't have the same lived experiences as our learners. So a lot of them have university education or even their high school, and maybe haven't had faced the same amount of barriers that our learners have faced. And this program gives them a really great knowledge base of what it means to engage with and support a learner.